If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Washington Huskies, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Golden Gophers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years.
Oh, he's got some space. Gives him the big stiff arm. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense is humming less than a minute inside the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
When they pick up the first against zone coverage, the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Williams will pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, Huskies! Quick strike through the air for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Pulls it fired complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Fires left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catches it at the 30. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll pull it down and run. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, the running back has it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grabbed behind the line. It's Harris. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Butler. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Working that wide receiver screen. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
Now, fourth down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Uncorks one. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Golden Gophers are on the move. Quarterback making adjustments. From the red zone, looking for a man. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting to the ball and DBs not. This time you can tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make it.
On the ground, it's Merritt. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make...
There he goes. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. On the move is the 30. Turning on the jet. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Peterson. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going here at halftime. Get a little juju going.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man by himself. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They want to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
Minnesota. 9.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the ground, it's Washington. Got enough for the first. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And, man, I know he's going to be really upset with himself because you have all these goals and all these things you want to do, and you come in your first touch, man. You cough it up, but you got to put it behind you. This defense needs to come out now, be ready to play, fight back, build some momentum back the other direction.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Catch in the middle, it's Graham. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Golden Gophers with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
He caught it! They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Big guy smells it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you've got to have an execution, there's got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Corner's going to give them room. The give to the running back from the shotgun. At the 35, he's loose. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Golden Gophers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. That's caught. It's Merritt. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The stiff arm, and now he's got room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Williams looking for a man. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Goes to the option. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Oh, they blocked it. He's got a chance to take this one back. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. To the air, it's St. Clair. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks, it's Merritt. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Williams will pass. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
The Huskies will hustle to the line.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Williams looking for a man. Finds his man. It's Harris. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Handoff to the single running back. Past the first down marker and still running. Touchdown, Huskies! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up 14 over the Judicials. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Grabbed behind the line, it's Merritt. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Coming up, 4th down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He'll set up to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Minnesota! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know. You run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
And the Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead. You've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. Williams will pass. Got a man. It's Lawson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. This was a big play. The crowd is telling you, a huge third down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going.
I'll tell you what, offenses nowadays, the throw game, they feel so comfortable with it, even late in ball games. Don't worry about the clock. They're not worried about that because they know the execution rate is so high. They get the big fourth down here in the fourth quarter.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Calls his own number. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. All by himself. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.